Hi there, how are you? Today I am restringing and giving my Gibson 356 a bit of care. I thought I would show you exactly how I do that when I restring the guitar. And so let's get straight into it. The first thing I do is grab my very trusty string winder and guitar chopper. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to simply put that on the top of the end here. We're going to undo the string one by one. You see it's going to come away there. You don't need to see me do that, so I'm just going to press pause. So as you can see, I've unwound all the strings. All I'm going to do now is just take them off the tuning pegs, pull that through there, like that, and I'm going to do that with every single string. So once I've got them off, you'll see that they're all crinkly and all that sort of stuff up there. What I would do, this helps if you've got this kind of situation with the Tune-o-matic bridge. You just pull that away. Don't panic. I remember when I first had my first Gibson, I pulled this and I was like, oh my God, the world's going to end. Just slide them through there and we can just chop them off there to save us having to muck around too much. Right, so once you've got those off, just pull them out, give them a bit of a wind, put them in the bin. So here we go. Now, I have been using this stuff, Dr. Duck's Axe Wax, for absolutely ages. Does a great job. You basically put it on, it gets smeary, leave it 2 seconds, and then you just wipe it off. For the neck, the fretboard rather, on my guitars with rosewood necks only, I'm going to say that one more time, rosewood necks only, you can use a tiny, tiny bit of lemon oil. Look, I know some people are like, oh my God, don't touch that guitar with lemon oil, blah, blah, blah. I've been using this exact thing on this exact guitar for a long time, and in previous guitars with rosewood necks for over 25 years. My guitar teacher told me about it. I've had no problems ever. So, I don't know. I know that's just one person, but 25 years is a while. The most important thing is you just don't, it's not like you're dipping it in the lemon oil. Just give it a bit of a spray. So we're going to do that first. The important thing is that you have see what I did there? Like I've got a yellow cloth to go with my lemon oil. It's almost like there's a plan, right? So we're just gonna give them a bit of a shake. Here's my neck of my guitar. Let's give them a bit of a spray. Maybe 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so be super sparing with it, right? Oh, such a beautiful smell. If only we had smell-o-vision, that would be awesome. We organise that. And we're just going to give that a bit of a rub in. You don't need to see me do that either. Okay, so we've cleaned the fretboard. You can see it's much, much nicer. No grossness there anymore. I meant to mention that the cloths I use, they're not like any super special cloths. It's just a multi-purpose microfiber cloth. You can look at all that, it's just gross. That's what just came off the guitar. So just you can pop them in the wash as well. That's pretty good. So that's the first thing I always do. Blue cloth for the Dr. Duck's Axe Wax. Don't drink it. Says on the back. It says you can basically use this absolutely everywhere. Some people use it as a string lubricant, I know. I'm not really a string lubricant kind of person, but a friend of mine loves that. So, you could, I guess. The most important thing is you don't need to bathe the guitar in this stuff either. Like I literally have had this box for about 10 years. This is good stuff. Let's give that a go. Here comes the pause. So you can see I've not gone crazy on the amount of stuff I've put on. Find whistling helps. Something I just thought of with this guitar, this Gibson, this bridge piece, this is a special thing I put on called a Tone Pros bridge, and you'll see what it's got. It sits on the spindle, but it also has can you see it from that side? No, you can't see it from that side. But it also has a screw kind of going across through. So you can imagine that really, really helps tuning stability. You always hear people about complaining. I've got to clean that bit next. Complaining about, Gibson's going out of tune, the G string going out of tune. I found this thing really, really helps because then suddenly this whole piece does not move at all. And so you're solving one of the tuning problems that is associated with those kinds of bridges. So after I've given it a good thorough clean, look how, ooh, so beautiful. What I do is I make sure for the next kind of bit of our journey, we're going to put the strings on. So I basically make sure that all the holes in the tuning pegs are facing me, which for why you'll see in a second. So I'm just going to do that next. Next up is the strings. I use these Elixir strings, the NanoWeb ones. I know that now they also have an OptiWeb coating, which is a new thing out. I understand it's pretty good. I don't know, they're more expensive though. I really like these strings. I use 10 to 46. I find that there's enough in them that you kind of feel like you're still playing guitar, but not too much in them because, you know, a bit soft. Sorry. It's very interesting, the string gauge thing. Actually, I'll put a link in the video to a really cool discussion about string gauge that was on the pedal show. So we're going to pull this out of the packet. This is the 46. This is the low E string. When you pull them out, just always be careful to not poke your eyes out. Always ideal. You'll need your eyes. This goes through the back of here. Easy peasy. Let me see if I can pull that up here for you. So you see we've got that on the guitar. I'm going to go down up here to the head here. The trick here is to make sure that you have about an inch or 2.5 centimeters height when you're pulling it taut-ish. There's loads of different ways that people do this. This is the way that I do it. So the first thing is I'm going to go the wrong way whilst keeping the tension. I've gone the wrong way and I go underneath the head. Okay, so I've gone underneath. And now I'm going to go over the top of the thing, and then I'm just going to tune the string up, keeping the pressure, keeping the tension on those strings. Making sure the winds go underneath each previous wind. Can you see that there? There we go. So this is much more difficult than I thought, just leaving the phone there and doing. And there you go, the string is on. You can see there's not a million winds there on the head, which is awesome, which means it looks pretty and stays in tune better. And then I'm just going to literally snip it right at the top there. 36 is the A string in the back, over the saddle. Yeah, making sure that you've caught it into the saddle, you know. Same kind of thing. We're going to put it in here. We're going to put it through the hole that we lined up beautifully before. Let's do that. We lined that up beautifully before. I can still see. It's good. Doesn't it look pretty when it's so clean, huh? Again, I use just kind of 2 or 3 fingers, and then I'm going to come the wrong way. I'm going to go underneath. I'm going to go back around. I'm keeping the pressure on the string. I'm going to go over the top. Pull it taut. Keep this taut. Hey presto. I'm going to wind that up. This is way harder doing on camera than I had anticipated, I must say. Just make sure that the winds go underneath. There we go. Second string. Something I thought I'd mention, when you get to the 3, 2 and 1 strings, the E, B and the G strings, when you're putting the strings on, obviously you're going to go in the opposite direction for a Gibson style headstock, so the wrong way is the opposite, in fact. So when you have to always come inside to the head. So just to explain what I'm talking about, we've got that here. So we've got the string, and instead of going the kind of the right way, we're going to go on the inside and then underneath. Alright, so I've got all the strings on the guitar, we're almost done. Something I wanted to show you quickly, there was string stretching. How we do that is, instead of just pulling it at one place, what I would suggest is that you get your 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers and just give it a bit of a push here with your thumbs up and down the string. Okay, that's how I would suggest you do it. And then give it a hit, stick your tuner on. get it in tune, and then do it again. And when it eventually basically stays in tune, you know you've stretched the string in. So let's do it again on the A string. Oh, we're at A sharp there. Okay, so we're at A. I'm going to give the string a little stretch, like I said. The best thing is to just try and just be gentle, but you know, forcefully gentle, I guess. Don't just pull it in one place, so don't just kind of pull the string in one place, because you risk putting a kink in the string, and that's where there can be a weakness, and thus break the string later when it gets a bit tired and old. And we're in tune. And do that for every string. Something I should have mentioned about the string stretching is that what you're trying to do is make sure that the ball of the string at this end of the guitar is like super into the back of the saddle or whatever, the bridge rather, and that it's really nicely seated against the peg. That way you'll have way less tuning dramas down the track. Alright, so we're all tuned up. I've put my little wireless thing in, which is awesome, by the way. And you can see it sounds pretty nice. So thank you very much for watching my how I restring my Gibson guitar video. All links and stuff to the products I use are going to be in the description. I hope that really helped. I can highly recommend the Totally Football Show, which helped me restring the guitar. And I will see you next time. Please do subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell, ping, for regular notifications. Every new video every Saturday at least. I will see you soon. Cheers. Bye. Well, that didn't work.